I'm very sorry for not being physically present at this symposium due to this strike of air controllers. But anyway, I will try to participate remotely. So my presentation is on GAVI application process, the challenges and the lesson learned from our experience in Benin. So the content is, first of all, talk about an introduction, an overview of GAVI application process. We will focus on HPV vaccination guidelines and requirements, discuss the challenges and lessons learned, and finish with a conclusion. As we all know, GAVI provides support to countries to strengthen their immunization program through new vaccine introduction. So eligible countries may request some support for HPV vaccine introduction. Specifically for HPV vaccine, the support is $2.4 per target girl in the routine cohort, or a lump sum of $100,000, whichever is greater, regardless of the transition phase. This is a specific rule for a HPV because normally it is something like $0.8 per target for countries in self-financing phase, $0.7 for countries in preparatory transition phase, and the $0.6 for countries in accelerated transition phase. In the process of the application, there may occur some challenges, and we will discuss some of them. An overview of the application process. Currently, we are under GAVI 5.0 strategic period. So, and under this period, there are two paths to request a new support from GAVI. We have a pathway one, which is the new one. And through this pathway, countries should applicate for all types of GAVI support for a multi-year period. That includes HSS, that includes optimization, cold chain optimization platform support, that includes new vaccine introduction and campaigns. And it's called a full portfolio planning program. That still remains the pathway 2, which is a standalone request that are expected to complement existing support and contribute to the goals and the expected outcome for the strategic period. This is for countries which are still in a mid-grant cycle. In terms of steps for pathway 1, the FPP process, it is more complex than the pathway 2 because the country should develop a theory of change, provide GAVI support details and budget, complete checklist and finalize the application and submit to the independent review committee for either an approval of the proposal or a review. For the pathway 2, which is the old one, countries should just fill in the application online and through the country portal, and then it is checked by the secretariat, the GAVI secretariat, to be sure of the validity of the consistency and to ensure that mandatory requirements have been met. And then it is reviewed by IRC. It takes a long time to develop the GAVI proposal, like something like 4 to 6 months from the beginning of the development of a proposal to the application. And it could take up to 15 to 18 months from the submission deadline to vaccine introduction in the country. So it can take something like 2 years from the beginning of the submission to vaccination rollout in the country, in case everything goes well. Specifically for HPV vaccination guidelines, so countries should develop an HPV vaccination plan. We should include the description of the target population, the delivery strategies, how equity and coverage analysis is conducted, communication and social mobilization plan, and also include a post-introduction evaluation. And then the country provided HPV work plan, developed a regional HPV regional profile, and the Ministry of Education signature is mandatory for in case there are school-based strategies. In terms of challenges, first, we have the stakeholders engagement, which can be challenging in terms of representativity of other sectors. My colleague from Côte d'Ivoire highlighted this in his presentation previously. One of the challenges, the technical assistance that are provided to countries can be delayed or inadequate to the need, or sometimes not available. We have the functionality of the NITAG, which should normally provide the support to the immunization program for decision making and the guidance. And we have agenda conflicts and the occurring of epidemic or other public health emergencies. We have polio outbreaks in our country. For example, from 2019 to present, we conducted something like 16 polio vaccination campaigns in response to circulating vaccine-derived polio virus. We conducted one measles campaign, two meningitis campaign, and we also managed cholera epidemic. And recently, as you all know, we have to struggle with COVID-19 pandemic. So in terms of lesson learned, it is a lengthy process to submit a report request to GAVI. It's required a strong technical assistance that should be in place early, adapted to the need and of high quality. And there is a need for more stakeholders mobilization and engagements around HPV vaccination issues. For example, for our timeline, we start the demonstration in May 2016. We conducted 2 years of HIV vaccine demonstration in 2 districts from May 2016 to May 2020. And then came the COVID-19 pandemic, and we have also to introduce AMA vaccine, Rota vaccine, both those of hepatitis B, and Men-A vaccine. Also, we are projecting malaria vaccine for Q2 2023, and we have to also the same API program to deal with COVID-19 vaccination rollout. So we are projecting to start now in Q4 2022 the development of a proposal for HPV. So I was finishing with this slide. We show the timeline, for example, of the case of Benin, to how we can go to HPV vaccination rollout coming from the demonstration and considering other contingencies like new vaccine introduction, COVID vaccine vaccination, malaria vaccination. We are planning to submit through a FPP submission, so it will be included in the full portfolio program planning, and we are expecting to roll out HPV vaccination Q1 2025 if everything is okay and there is no strong interference. As conclusion, it is effective to HPV vaccination is an effective strategy. We already discussed that, and but the application for GAVI support is long, required good preparation, stronger mobilization for stakeholders, and more engagement. So that is what I want to share with you about GAVI submission for support for HPV. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much, Landry.